everybody, you're joining us this morning. We are walking very fast, power walking to the DGT office in Alicante. I kind of think we might need a bit of luck. Wish us luck.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, but we'll keep you updated.
Can we rely on skill?
No, what skill?
See if we can get our driving licences exchanged for Spanish ones.
Fingers crossed.
Okay. Okay, the next job I've got to do is fit two switches here and fit them in to a piece of plasterboard on here. The left switch is for an outside light, which is done and in, and the right hand switch, this one here, is going to be a double switch, is going to feed the kitchen area just here. So what I've got to do is cut this plasterboard neat so we can get a square piece of plasterboard in there, and then we can fit the switch back in plate. Right. I'm going to use one of this multi-tool because I've got to cut down this line here. I'm assuming I've got to go round about there. Onto that there, just neaten this up so I can get a piece of plasterboard in here. Get that roughly right. I'd imagine on there. This is the aluminium system that this has been fixed to by the previous owners. It's quite strong, seems to be okay. We're going to have to keep it because it hides everything, all the cables, the consumer unit, and everything else. Okay, let's give this a go. Let's see if we can get this. Okay, that was a bit noisy, very noisy, but it has to be done. Okay, that's the old piece. So, right, this wire here is for the air conditioning. This is for the return on the ring for the plugs, for the sockets, and then these two are your switches. Which is set to run about the right height for the, just over 1 metre for the height of those. Right, let's take this off here. Okay. That must go. That must go at the back there and up the top to feed the air conditioning unit. That's that on there. So now I need to. It's about right. Take two more screws there. Take that, and I need to measure a piece of plasterboard and cut that so it fits in there nice and neat. Let's get on with that. Right, okay, tape measure. And then the joints, I can put some screw down these joints and just fit it with filler, plaster filler, and we should be go. So let's have a look what we got. Actually, always leave a little bit of, let's say 5mm, because it can be filled in with the scrim and filler. So that is just over, say, 31.5. And it's the same there. Yeah. 31.5 by, say, 500. I think 500 looks good. 31.5 by 500, we've just got to remember that one. And let's cut a piece of this plasterboard. I think this piece is going to do it. It looks about right. Let's make sure we get this thing straightened up. This was some plasterboard left over by the previous owners. So we want to let's make use of it. Okay, 31.5. In fact, let's head up this way. Yeah, that looks like a straight edge there. 31.5. This side. Take it from this straight edge. Just mark it 31.5. 500. Nothing on both sides. I know it's only plasterboard, but sometimes it makes life a little bit easier. To be honest, I could just cut this straight with the standard knife. Look like marks. Let's have a look. Okay, let's try this. That's 500. Now we just need to cut this little piece off here. Oh, this stuff is thicker, stronger stuff, to be honest. That don't want to know, is it? Right, let's get the pad saw. That'll do. That's it. This is the thicker. I think it's 12.5. This stuff does seem really. I think it's 12.5, right. Let's just see this fits in here. Fits out. Yep, that fits a treat. Just clean it back a little bit. These corners. We're good to go. Right, okay. Now it's time to fit the backing bit for the plasterboard backing plate for the switch. So probably around there. In fact, let's measure the height of these ones here. 110. So we're roughly. I want to keep all the switches the same height, and we don't want too high either, so 110. 110. floor's still got to come up anyway. Okay, so basically, you're going to go approximately here. Okay, let's get that cut out for the 2 switches there.
Okay, so back down in the casita. I'm trying to actually think what I've done here for. Okay, I'm back down in the casita. I've come down here because the blanket that I've put on the sofa for Nikki to actually lay on, obviously that needs to keep being washed. They've said you're not to really wash or bath the dog until they're a little bit happier, so she seems to be getting there very slowly, very gradual. The sad thing is, it makes you wonder what type of person has committed such awful things for her or to her that actually make her so frightened of every little noise. I mean, she's been in the rescue centre. She was there for a good 2 years, but again, that was probably much better than where she was, but she wasn't used to living in a family environment. And I am sorry that the light's gone off. Let me just walk over here and dance around like a chicken. That's it. So obviously at the rescue centre, they are fabulous. They give their hearts and souls to those dogs, which is amazing. And us volunteers, we go in, we do our bits as pieces as well. We help clean them out, we help walk them, we help feed them, everything like that really, just show them a little bit of love. But it's not the same as when you actually bring one home. I had no idea that she was so frightened of everything, because when she was in her little pack, shall we say, and actually in the rescue home, she was very calm, very, yes, she was timid, but she was happy. But saying that, it's not that she's sitting and quaking all the time here, but if something happens, like a door slams with the wind, or I'm trying to think just little things that no one has any control over, pulling a blind down that we take for granted because we can pull a blind up and down. The noise it makes her so frightened. She runs and hides, so we all have to go and find her one at a time normally, give her a bit of attention and tell her everything's okay, coax her out. But it does make me very sad to think, it's gone out again, it does make me very sad to think that there's people out there that treat these animals with such little regard, and this is how those animals are left. I am hoping that she will be happy. I mean, she seems to be, she's starting to wag her tails now when we walk into the room. She's still very frightened of things, and I don't want to sort of say this, but I do think that it might have been men who were cruel to her. Unfortunately, I'm the only girl in the house. Leo's not too bad because he's a diddy one, he's a small one, but she can sometimes, she's okay with Sam, but sometimes with Peter she can be a little bit and it's nothing Peter's done at all. He loves her to pieces, but obviously something there, it could well have been men. Again, I think most of the volunteers at the shelter are actually ladies. I know the one who actually lives on site, there's a man there, but he is so busy running around doing the maintenance, the cleaning of everything. I know he gets to know the dogs, but I don't recall an interaction where she was frightened of him, so I'm not too sure. But yeah, anyway, I digress. Huge digression there. I've actually come down to try and find, to try and find another blanket, because the blanket she's laying on at the moment is going to need a wash. We can bath her, as I said. I can't remember if I even finished my sentence because I tend to not. They say when they get happier, give them a shower, so I'm hoping within the next week or so. But the blanket she's actually on needs a wash, so I've I've come down. I know I've got blankets here. I know I've got blankets here, but I've moved so many from the house in the UK. It's just the case of finding them. And my eyes keep going over to the boxes all over here. I mean, look, we've got cushions galore and things like that. But I do think somewhere, I don't know whether or not you guys can actually see the boxes or not, somewhere here. I think it's this box here I need to get down. So let's see how I get on. Back outside, close the door up, back outside. Managed to find 3 separate blankets. One of them is actually Leo's old Star Wars blanket, which actually, when he found out we were thinking of adopting Nicky, he said, oh, could we try and find it? Well, I finally found it. Yeah, so let's take these up. They actually, yeah, they smell clean. I remember madly washing everything when it first got here. So they are clean. Oh, the skies behind me look really menacing. Okay, well, it would be nice if it rained a little bit more, saves us water in the garden. But yes, I'm going to get these back inside. At the moment she's laying down, she's quite happy, so I'll wait until she goes out into the oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that, that was actually thunder. So let's get back in and yeah, see how she's doing. Okay, right, I should take these off. There's actually no sun now. We don't really, the sun's disappeared. Oh, right, so here we are, the end of the day. We didn't put on the end result of what happened with the driving licence. However, I did put my blooper on with me. It's brain fog. No doubt there'll be plenty more, and if Peter agrees, we'll put other bloopers on as well, because let's face it, it's actually quite funny. But yeah, we are pleased to say I'm going to give you your little tiny one.
I seem to have a small piece of paper. It's got the stamp on it, which is what we need. This is for the driving licence exchange.
We actually have legal documentation to say woo-hoo, we have a Spanish driving licence, which, okay, to many people that will probably sound like, oh, does it matter? But when you have to take taxis everywhere, because where we are there's no Ubers, it's a bit of a nightmare, or you have to rely on friends to drive you around.
Last
and everything.
year,
it was a nightmare.
It was a nightmare. We were 10 months without being able to drive legally in Spain.
In Spain. But that's
because of the there was no agreement. They hadn't reached. UK government and Spanish government hadn't reached an agreement. But anyway,
it's now over.
That's all over.
But I just want to say, my certificate is bigger than his. Anyway, but yes, it's amazing, isn't it? This is a real step in the right direction over here.
I think we now need to wait 2 months, as I said, a couple of months before our actual
6 months to
plastic driving
6 months.
license.
Sorry, see bloopers. 6 weeks to 2 months.
Yeah.
But keep these in here because it's got to stay in the car. Driving out here is totally different to in the UK. You have to keep everything in the car.
Yeah, everything: insurance, MOT, any documentation, the
absolutely everything.
The Finca Technica as well.
Things that you wouldn't even think of putting into a UK car.
Yeah, are these mosquitoes or flies?
No, I think they're flies, babe.
Okay.
There's just loads of flies. Oh, actually, no, that might be a mosquito. It's probably flying around thinking, can I bite you? Because you've sprayed yourselves with all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. You watch. We're going to end up being bitten and stuff. But no, we've been sprayed. It's fine. It's not a problem. Yeah, so we do have those. So that's amazing.
It's another step forward.
It is another step forward. I hope you've enjoyed the video today. I know you can see the wine, you can see the beer. Cheers, babe.
Cheers.
Oh, actually, one more thing. You are actually returning to the UK.
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
I'm going back to UK for just over a week, 9 days, I think.
Yeah.
To finish off a property there.
Yeah, yeah. The one, if you're a regular watcher, you'll see the progress. be nice to actually get that finished.
Yeah, it's on the last legs now, so I think another week will do it. I'll get a few clips of the finishing touches.
Yeah.
But I'll be glad when that's finished, and then get back here. We can make a start on one, this place here, and two,
the caves.
We've got 2 cave houses that we need to
crack on with and get them finished and get them rented out, and either for holiday lets or full time. We're not too sure yet.
Not too sure yet. Either way, we've got to get them done up and legalised.
Yeah.
Getting them legalised out here. That's the most important thing.
One of them is
so
nearly
much paperwork.
Yeah, one of them is nearly done.
One of them is
We've been
nearly
given
there,
permission for a holiday license, so that's brilliant.
Yeah.
And the next one, I'm sure we'll get the same because it's literally right next door.
Yeah.
So, you know, let's keep our fingers crossed. We've got a great architect that's onto it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
she's fantastic.
She is fantastic. So let's just wait and see. And yeah, so thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Yeah.
We will see you next time.
We will.
Okay.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Cheers.